It is a Friday. I had to think what day it was. I just woke up from a nap not too long ago. So tired. And it's not the morning, it is the afternoon. It's 3. So I didn't film this morning because I had things to do. One, I wanted to sleep in. I've been waking up at 6 every morning till today. What else did I get? I slept in. So this morning I eventually woke up. Well, Mom kind of woke me up already because I had to confirm something, that she's my POA and I gave her permission to speak for me or do things on behalf of me. So I was like, yes, you can. I redyed my hair. You can't tell because, well, maybe you can. I redyed it because it needed some more vibrant purple, so that's what I did. Just open a bun just to keep it out of my face for today. Cleaned the bathroom. I dusted. I've been working on laundry. Oh, my diamonds cleared sealer stuff. Painter seal? Diamond painting sealer. Came in. I did the 2 that the ones are coming off. So thank you, Grandma, for sending this. I really appreciate that. Actually, it wasn't too hard to do. I thought I was going to have to look a tutorial up and see how... I just read the instructions and did what it said. So it was pretty easy. Although, because I did the square ones, those things, I tell you what, I'm not a huge fan of the square ones, guys. The little drills that are squared, they're so hard to deal with, and they're a pain in the rear, not gonna lie. But I went ahead and did those first because those are things were being stubborn. Anyway, when I was putting the sealer on, a couple of the diamonds came up, and so I had to re-find one of them in the old packets. Good thing I'm keeping the leftover drills, but I found, however, I did find it again. It just came off, but and a couple came off of the other one, and I found that they were just stuck to the sponge that's on this thing, and I just had to put them back in there. But anyway, so that's that. I have 2 more to seal. They're the circle ones, my first one and my 4th one. I'm actually on my 5th set now as far as diamond painting. I'm almost done this one. Almost. I've gotten all this done here, and I just have this to do. So it's coming in nicely, and I do like this one. This one has been so pretty, and I like this one that it's the circle one. But yeah, this was like, I would say how many days I got this done in, maybe like 6 or 7 or something like that. So this was so much easier than the square ones. I don't know why I don't have motivation for the square ones, but I'm hoping I will continue. I think this is round 2. Yeah, this Cinderella one looks round. It's this one, the Friends one. Are they round 2, or are they squared? Oh, these are squared. Oh my gosh. This one's gonna be a tyrant. Chandler Bing. The Cinderella one are squared ones too. What a pain. But I did pick them, so there's that. What is this one? Travel one, I think it is. Oh, those are squared ones too. Anyway, this one's a round one, I think. They look round on the thing. The dove, the lion, oh, the representation of God, the Father, Spirit, and Son, but in representation of animals. I'm actually looking forward to this one. That was like my holy one. What is this one? Circles? Squares too, or a circle? I don't know, because on the thing it looks like circles, but this looks like, I don't know. I could be wrong with some of these. I could tell some of them look like circles, but others look like squares. I'm thinking the next one that I'm going to do is my gnome one, because I've been really into gnomes lately, and I really want to do that one next. So we'll leave that one out to do next. And then I'm not sure which one. Oh, these are square too. Or is this a ooh, you know what? This might be a combination of square and circle. Interesting. And then this one, I don't know. I really don't know. Some of them are questionable, but I'm going to do my gnome one next. Alright, how was my week? My week was okay. It was long, tiring. Monday we had an initial to do. The house itself is going to be easy once the initial is done, which it is done, and it was so sweet. The one lady, she's probably like her 60s, I would assume. 60s to 70-ish, you know. Anyway, she's still a very vibrant person. I'm not going to say old, that's not nice. But she's a very vibrant person still. And she was so happy. She was near the end. She came home. We kind of started when they were still home, but then they left for I don't know how many hours, and then they came back to their house, and we weren't quite finished because it was a 6-hour time. It took us 6 hours to finish everything, but they're near the end. They stayed for like an hour prior to where we were still there. And she was giddy with herself. She was like a schoolgirl, and she was so excited, and her husband was excited too. He was more reserved and quiet more, but he was happy that she was happy, so we're happy, and we've got a time slot for them both, so that's good. And there's promising that we might get another client, possibly. So God's aligning things. God has given us provision, so we're pretty excited about that. But yeah, I came home at a decent time. I think it was like 4-ish or something like that. The next 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, were long. Very, very long. Got home Tuesday. What time was it? It was like after 7. The following night was around the same time. It would have been later if our mom's appointment was longer, but it was further ahead. But it was exciting because we got Red Robin the first time Tuesday, and then Wednesday I had gotten Fido Grande, my favorite. But nonetheless, it was exhausting day. We were just in a lot of traffic and doing a lot of errands and getting appointments done, and it was an exhausting day. Work itself wasn't that hard. It's just fitting everything in between everywhere. It was ridiculous. Oh, and our Chick-fil-A. Guys, we have gotten a secondary Chick-fil-A in Hagerstown, and it's open. Not that we're like rushing to go over, but it's available if needed to be, if we're in that area. And it's in our favorite area where Walmart and Aldi's and everything else is, so that's convenient. Let's see, what else? We also got to video chat with my sister because my niece's birthday, she turned 4, little Ava, and she was just full of herself, but she at least was willing to talk. Ava was, and she was able, when we first got on, she was eating a big bowl of peanut butter. It was quite funny. My sister hates peanut butter. Not sure why. She's always been that way since she was little. My sister doesn't like it, and I think now she's allergic to peanuts, so. But my sister was, her daughter wanted peanut butter, so anyway, it's kind of funny, the contrast in that. But yeah, she was very excited. She showed me her birthday cake that her mommy made for her, and she was cute. So yeah, we got to talk to her for a while until my sister had an appointment, so I had to get off. But anyway, we were at it was a long day. And then, oh, Tuesday, the reason why we stayed out so late was because Mom had to go to the school for tutoring. So that's why. That was just a long day. I had caffeine both days because I was like, I am not gonna be able, I'm gonna end up falling asleep. So I got caffeine those two when we were at the restaurants, those both Tuesday and Wednesday. What else did we get into? Then Thursday was our typical, and we came home at a decent time. It was like 4, I think we got home at. So, or after 4 really. But anyway, that was kind of how my week was. It was just exhausting and getting up early, and I slept like a log each night. I don't recall getting up at all. Like at all. Even go to the bathroom. I think one time, like the last night, I think it was, I got up to go to the bathroom and that was it. That's how tired I was. Oh my gosh. So that's kind of the update right now. And today has been getting chores done. It's a rainy day. I'm taking care of Dozer this weekend between me and Mama. Or it's just the weekend. Today till Monday morning. So I am the evening / night shift, and she takes care of the morning. So I'm gonna go check on him in a couple hours to check on him, make sure he's out. If he isn't out already, and then give him food and that sort of thing, and then let him in tonight. So yeah, it's kind of how I schedule with him, and I have to take care of the cat too as well. Make sure she's in at night, and then I'll take care of her in the morning, letting her out. Let's see. My list of chores of things to do was the dust, which I did. I didn't do vacuuming. I guess I'll be doing that tomorrow. Mowing is not an option right now because it is raining out. Laundry, I'm working on that. I'm going to be working on Zachary's as well. Bedding is questionable. I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to that. Do my puzzle and my dotting. Haven't gotten around to those yet. Editing. I didn't get to that either. Reply hair color. Check. Clean bathroom. I did that. Make YouTube shorts. Haven't gotten around to that. I have no energy. I've been trying to get myself into wanting to do short videos again. I used to love doing them on TikTok, and I got out of the habit. I guess I would just rather sit and just rant instead of put the effort into making a short video. But I'm going to try to get myself involved in those, so you might be seeing those more, maybe. Vlogging, yeah, I'm already doing that. Take care of Dozer, we'll be doing that. Soak feet. I need to go find that little tub thing. I used to soak my feet all the time and treat myself. I'm going to try to do that more often because it's been a hot moment and I still have got bath bombs and stuff like that, and my feet could use it. I really could. Is that it? I think that is pretty much it as far as I think they were spectacular. So yeah, come back later this evening for Bible time, but that is pretty much it. And what I'm gonna do is probably just work on some dotting, probably listen to music and that sort of thing, and probably conceal up my other 2 things. And then work on this diamond painting, and maybe, I don't know, maybe this weekend I'll be able to finish this one and then work on my gnome one. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, you'll see me later. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Alright guys, I'm in my new reading corner. So now, it is everybody's favorite time of the vlog.
That is Bible time. So let's get started, shall we? All right. I think we're in Numbers chapter 5 now. Okay. Purity in Israel's camp. The Lord gave these instructions to Moses. Command the people of Israel to remove from the camp anyone who has a skin disease or discharge or has become ceremonially unclean by touching a dead person. Yeah, I would hope so. This command applies to men and women alike. Remove them from... Sorry, I need to put my finger... I'm skipping over my sentences. Remove them so they will not defile the camp on which I live among them. So the Israelites did as the Lord had commanded Moses and removed such people from the camp. A little sidebar called Set Things Right. God included restitution, a unique concept for that day, as part of his law for Israel. When someone was robbed, the guilty person was required to restore to the victim what he had been taken and pay an additional interest penalty. This can inspire us to look for ways to set things right when we have wronged someone. True that. Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. If any of the people, men or women, betray the Lord by doing wrong to another person, they are guilty. They must confess their sin and make full restitution for what they have done, adding an additional 20% in return to the person who was wronged. But if the person who was wronged is dead, and there are no near relatives to whom restitution can be made, the payment belongs to the Lord and must be given to the priest. Those who are guilty must also bring a ram as a sacrifice, and they will be purified and made right with the Lord. All the sacred offerings that the Israelites bring to the priest will belong to him. Each priest must keep all the sacred donations that he receives. Okay. Protecting marital faithfulness. And then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. Suppose a man's wife goes astray and she is unfaithful to her husband and has sex with another man, but neither her husband nor anyone else knows about it. She has defiled herself, even though there was no witness, and she was not caught in the act. If her husband becomes jealous and is suspicious of his wife and needs to know whether or not she has defiled herself, the husband must bring his wife to the priest. He must also bring an offering of 2 quarts of barley flour to be presented on her behalf. Do not mix it with olive oil or frankincense, for it is a jealousy offering, an offering to prove whether or not she is guilty. The priest will then present her to the stand trial before the Lord. He must take some holy water in a clay jar and pour it into dust he has taken from the tabernacle floor. Okay. The tabernacle is dirty? Okay. Anyway, when the priest has presented the woman before the Lord, he must unbind her hair and place in her hands the offering of proof, the jealousy offering, to determine whether her husband's suspicions are justified. The priest will stand before her, holding the jar of bitter water that brings a curse to those who are guilty. The priest will then put the woman under oath and say to her, if no other man has had sex with you and you have not gone astray and defiled yourself while under your husband's authority, may you be immune from the effects of this bitter water that brings on the curse. But if you have gone astray by being unfaithful to your husband and have defiled yourself by having sex with another man, you know the consequences, right? At this point, the priest must put the woman under oath by saying, may the people know that the Lord's curse is upon you when he makes you infertile, causing your womb to shrivel and your abdomen to swell. Now may this water that brings the curse enter your body and cause your abdomen to swell and your your womb to shrivel. And the woman will be required to say, "Yes, let it be so," and the priest will bring these curses on a piece of leather and wash them off into the bitter water. He will make the woman drink the bitter water that brings on the curse. When the water enters her body, it will cause bitter suffering if she is guilty. The priest will take the jealousy offering from the woman's hand, lift it up before the Lord, and carry it to the altar. He will take a handful of flour as a token portion and burn it on the altar, and he will require the woman to drink the water. If she has defiled herself by being unfaithful to her husband, the woman that brings on the curse will cause bitter suffering. Her abdomen will swell and her womb will shrink, and her name will become a curse among her people. But if she has not defiled herself and is pure, then she will be unharmed and will still be able to have children. This is the ritual law for dealing with suspicion. If a woman goes astray and defiles herself while under her husband's authority, or if a man becomes jealous and is suspicious that his wife has been unfaithful, the husband must present his wife before the Lord, and the priest will apply this entire ritual law to her. The husband will be innocent of any guilt in the matter, but his wife will be held accountable for her sin. Now, nowadays, that was back in the days. I don't know if this is still a ritual in Israel and all that other in foreign countries, but here in the US we don't have that. Usually if stuff like that happens, well, there are consequences, but not the same as these. Either way, we still get punished by God. God doesn't like when we're unfaithful to, and that goes both ways, whether the man or the woman is unfaithful to each other. So no cheating allowed. Alright, so it's devotion time, and this is titled Associations. And we're in Proverbs still. So Proverbs chapter 13, verses 13 through 25. People who despise advice are asking for trouble. Those who respect a command will succeed. The instruction of the wise is like a life-giving fountain. Those who accept it avoid the snares of death. A person with good sense is respected. A treacherous person is headed for destruction. Wise people think before they act. Fools don't, and even brag about their foolishness. An unreliable messenger stumbles into trouble, but a reliable messenger brings healing. If you ignore criticism, you will end in poverty and disgrace. If you accept correction, you will be honored. It is pleasant to see dreams come true, but fools refuse to turn from evil to attain them. Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble. Trouble chases sinners, while blessings reward the righteous. Good people leave an inheritance to their grandchildren, but the sinner's wealth passes to the godly. A poor person's farm may produce much food, but injustice sweeps it all away. Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love the children care enough to discipline them. The godly eat to the heart's content, but the belly of the wicked goes hungry. The name, oh gosh, I guess it's Elaine or Elaine. Elian. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that right. Gonzalez. This is a Spanish name. Gonzalez. I apologize. I'm so bad at saying names. Gonzalez. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. Filled the news in 2000. His mother attempted to bring him to the United States from Cuba in a small boat to avoid communism. There we go. But she died on the trip. His father wanted him returned to Cuba. Members of the Clinton administration ruled that Elaine, must be returned to his father. In June 2008, the world was informed that Elaine had joined Castro's Communist Party at the age of 15. Ooh. Align's decision probably would have been different if he had remained in the United States. More than likely, Align would have stood in opposition to communism rather than embrace it. Align's story demonstrates the power of association. He who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. The friends you choose today will greatly shape the future that you will have tomorrow. It is important to select friends who hold your values similar to the ones you hold and who act the way you wish to act. Be careful not to compromise your Christian standards in order to be accepted by others. Making good choices about your friends today will result in God's blessing on your life. Who is your best friend and what influence he or she is having on you? This is what I wrote back in the day. Doesn't really reference to now, but I'll reference then versus now. Then I said, I don't have just one best friend. All of my friends are the best to me. They are all equal. They're all Christians, so they're a great influence to me. Overall, that is still kind of true now. I have friends that are Christians and non-Christian friends. I don't stand by those who are non-Christians and be influenced by them. Now as a grown adult, I am not easily swayed by non-Christian associations, I guess you could say. I don't know however you want to say that. I'm not easily persuaded. Sometimes I can, not gonna lie, but overall I don't easily get swayed by stuff like that. Overall, I'm pretty good. So I have pretty good judgment overall. What values and standards of behavior do you think a good friend should have? And this is what I put back then. Knowing the difference between right and wrong. Don't be peer pressured and have God in your heart. I stand by that now. Okay. So that is our devotion time. So thank you, Lord, as always, for your living, breathing word. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. As always, keep on smiling, stay positive. I love you guys. Jesus loves you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.